I got a call late in the afternoon. No heat, furnace keeps shutting off. Pretty standard. The house was older, small, and the kind of place where the foundation shifts just enough to make everything uneven. Nobody answered when I knocked, but the job note said the homeowner was at work and left the side door unlocked. That's pretty normal for emergency calls, so I stepped in, announced myself, and headed straight for the crawl space access. The second I opened the hatch, I smelled it, that burnt dust, overworked motor smell. The furnace had definitely been short cycling for a while. I slid inside, dragging my light and tools. Everything was tight. You could barely turn your shoulders. I could hear the inducer motor trying to start, failing, trying again. So I belly crawled to the furnace and started checking the basics. Filter, pressure switch tubing, drain lines. The filter was clean, drain was clear. But the pressure switch kept clicking like it was starving for airflow. That's when I heard something that made me stop. Breathing, not mine, heavier, slow. I froze. In a crawl space, sound bounces weird, so I wasn't sure where it was coming from. I called out, "Hello? Anyone down here?" No answer. I kept working, but that feeling stayed, like someone else was in the crawl with me. When I moved to check the intake pipe, I finally saw it. A pair of legs, work pants, boots, someone lying on their side behind the furnace. I thought the worst, maybe a homeowner passed out from carbon monoxide. I rushed over, heart pounding, only to find a guy about my age, breathing but barely awake. He had a small toolbox next to him. Turns out he was another HVAC tech from a different company. He'd been working the same issue earlier in the day and got dizzy, but didn't realize the furnace was backdrafting CO into the crawl space until he could barely move. I helped drag him out, got him fresh air, called 911, the whole 9 yards. He ended up being okay after some oxygen at the ER. The scariest part? If I had shown up an hour later, he probably wouldn't have made it. CO has no smell, and crawl spaces trap it like a bowl. Since that day, I never go into a tight space without clipping my own CO detector to my shirt. Doesn't matter how routine the call sounds. You only need to learn that lesson once.